and here is the question number 3. We need to perform this definite integration minus 1 to 3 by 2 into mod of x into sine pi x, okay, mod complete dx. Okay, so what it is, dear students? So it is integration minus 1 to 3 by 2 into mod x sine pi x dx. So now here you need to consider the limits of the integration very well. So you see, dear students, that x into sine pi x, that mod of x into sine pi x, that value always has to be positive. Now in this interval minus 1 to 3 by 2, where that mod of sine pi x will be positive, let's see it. Okay, let us look into it here. So we see, dear students, that mod of x into sine pi x, okay, let's study this one. When it is from minus 1 to 0, so what is our entire interval? Entire interval, suppose if we consider this is 0, and if we consider this is minus 1, this is 1, and this is 3 by 2. Okay, so let's see. When it is from minus 1 to 0, what is the value of x sine pi x? X will be negative, correct? X will be negative and minus 1 to 0 means what? X is also negative, and we know sine of minus something is equal to minus sine of that thing. Means what you can say is that sine of minus pi x will be minus sine pi x. So that minus sine pi x and that minus will become positive. So what we can write? So this is equal to x into sine pi x, okay, when that value of x between minus 1 less than equal to 0, sorry, minus 1 less than equal to x less than equal to 0. Now let's look into 0 to 1. 0 to 1 means x is positive, and sine pi x, that is also positive, because sine 0 to sine pi. If you look into sine 0 to sine pi, that is sine is positive. Okay, because 0 to pi by 2 is in the first quadrant. So if I write it here, so if you see 0 to pi, that means what? This is 0, this is pi by 2, and this is pi. From 0 to pi in the entire first and second quadrant, this is the first quadrant and this is the second quadrant. In the first and second quadrant, we know that sine is positive. That means what? That sine pi x will be positive and x is also positive, because between 0 to 1, so we can write this is equal to x into sine pi x, okay, when x is in between 0 to 1, means 0 less than equal to x less than equal to 1. Now let's look into when x is from 1 to 3 by 2. Between 1 to 3 by 2, x is positive, x is positive. But what is sine pi x? That is x is 1 to 3 by 2, that means sine pi to 3 pi by 2. So from pi to 3 pi by 2, that is in the third quadrant, what we know, third quadrant sine is negative. So this will be negative, okay, and this is positive, so entire thing is negative. So how we can make it positive? If we multiply by negative. So what we can write? So this is equal to minus x into sine pi x, okay, when 1 less than equal to x less than equal to 3 by 2. Correct? Because we know what is the definition of mod x. If we go back to our basics, that mod x equal to x when x is greater than equal to 0 and minus x when x is less than 0. Why it is minus x? Because when x is less than 0, that means we can consider that minus x here. So how we can become that minus become positive if we multiply minus 1? So that means what we can say, mod of 5 is equal to 5. How come? Because that this come into this branch of this definition, mod x equal to x if x is greater than equal to 0, 5 is greater than equal to 0, hence we take this branch. But what is the value of mod of minus 5? Mod of minus 5 means x is minus 5 where x is less than equal to 0, this branch. So minus of x, that means minus of what is x? X is minus 5, so minus of minus 5. that is equal to 5. So from that concept we are writing like this. So what we write? So what we get? We get that mod of x sin pi x equal to x sin pi x when x is from -1 to 1. Okay, and it is equal to minus x into sin pi x when x is between 1 to 3/2. So what you can write here, dear students? So this we can write that is equal to integration -1 to 1 when -1 to 1 we can write x into sin pi x dx plus what you can write integration 1 to 3/2, here it is minus x sin pi x dx. Correct, dear students? Okay. Now with this we have removed that mod symbol we have removed. So now this minus and this plus become, we can write minus here and we can remove this minus from here. So what we get, the entire integration -1 to 3/2 mod of x sin pi x dx is equal to -1 to 1 x sin pi x dx minus 1 to 3/2 x sin pi x dx. Correct? So now we should concentrate on finding the value of the integration x sin pi x dx. Okay? So let's see how we can do it here. Let me do it in this portion of this board. Okay? And we will compute the indefinite integration first. Okay, so what is that integration here, dear students? That it is integration x into sin pi x dx. So here you need to perform integration by parts, and we see that x is algebraic function and sin pi x is trigonometric function. So according to the Euler rule, what we can consider? We can consider that x as the first function because algebraic function is the first function and trigonometric function is the second function. So what we can write according to the formula of integration by parts? So x into integration sin pi x dx, okay, minus integration d dx of x, that is equal to 1 into integration sin pi x, okay, dx and whole integration. Correct? By this time you all are very matured in performing integration by parts, so hence I am not explaining in details. So this is equal to what, dear students? So what is the integration of sin pi x dx? That is equal to minus cos pi x divided by pi. So we can write minus x into cos pi x divided by pi minus integration. What is the integration of sin pi x? We have just done that, minus cos pi x by pi. So that minus and this minus will become plus. So what we can write? Cos into pi x divided by pi dx. And there will be integrating constants, so I am not considering those integrating constants because ultimately it will remove, because finally you need to find the value of the definite integration. So keeping this in mind, I am not writing any integrating constant. So now what you can write, that is equal to minus x into cos pi x divided by pi, and integration of cos pi x is what? Sin pi x divided by pi. So this pi and this pi become pi square. So that is equal to, we can write that is equal to sin pi x divided by pi square. Okay. So now all we need to do is that to apply the value of this integration here. So what we can write here? So this is equal to minus x into cos pi x. Let me do it slowly because I have seen that many students make mistake here. Okay, so plus sin pi x divided by pi square. That limit of integration here is from -1 to 1 minus minus x cos pi x divided by pi plus, so let me remove this portion, okay. So that is equal to, what you can write is that sin pi x divided by pi square, and we get it from 1 to 3 by 2. So first what you will do, dear students, first we will apply the value of x as 1. So what we are going to get it here, then we are going to get minus 1 into cos pi into 1, that means cos pi divided by pi plus sin pi divided by pi square, sin pi divided by pi square minus, what we can write, now we will apply the value of x is equal to minus 1 to whom, so here we give a bracket, so minus of minus 1, so minus of minus 1, so we can write here is that minus of minus 1 into cos of minus pi, into cos of minus pi divided by pi, correct, plus sin of minus pi divided by pi square, sin of minus pi divided by pi square. So this we are done with this, the first part. Now let's concentrate on this part. So what it will be, dear students, so minus, first we will apply the value of x is equal to 3 by 2. So what we will get it here, so we will get, so let me write it here, first we apply x is equal to 3 by 2, so minus 3 by 2 into cos 3 pi by 2, okay, divided by pi plus sin 3 pi by 2 by pi square, sin 3 pi by 2 divided by pi square, then minus, okay, minus, what we can write is that minus that value of x is equal to 1, so minus of 1 into sin pi, sorry, cos pi, minus of 1 into cos pi divided by pi. So what you can write here, dear students, so you can write is that minus into cos pi divided by pi, and plus we write, plus we get sin pi by pi square, sin pi divided by pi square, okay. So this value we need to compute, it will be not a difficult one. What is the value of cos pi? Value of cos pi is minus 1. So this minus 1 and minus will become plus, so it will become 1 by pi. What is the value of sin pi? It is 0. So we can write this is equal to 0 minus, okay, minus of minus 1, that is plus 1, cos of minus pi means cos pi, so this is plus 1 and the value of cos of minus pi is cos pi, and what is the value of cos pi? That is minus 1. So what we get, finally we get the value here is at minus 1 by pi, okay, plus what is the value of sin minus pi? That is minus sin pi, but what is the value of sin pi? 0. So it doesn't matter here, you can write 0, in fact you can write only first bracket, okay, clear. Now let's proceed to this one, minus this one. So minus here, what we get, dear students, so minus 3 by 2 into cos 3 pi by 2, what is the value of cos 3 pi by 2? That is equal to 0, okay. You can do in many ways the value of cos 3 pi by 2, if we go back to our previous knowledge of trigonometry, 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, and again here it is 2 pi. So cos 3 pi by 2, so how we can write? Cos 3 pi by 2, that is equal to cos into 3 into pi by 2 plus 0. What is cos 3 into pi by 2? 3 is odd, so that means it should be that cos's cofunction sine 0 with a plus or minus sign. So 3 pi by 2, in 3 pi by 2, okay, so we can either consider here or here. So in any case, whether you consider it is plus or minus, the value of sine 0 is 0, right? So finally we get the value of this as 0. So we get this is a 0. Now let's concentrate here. What is the value of sine 3 pi by 2? The value of sine 3 pi by 2 will be what? So see, in the similar manner, sine 3 pi by 2, so if we write here sine, okay, so here we write sine. So what we get it here, dear students? So we get it here that sine 3 into pi by 2, 3 is odd number, so it should be the sine's cofunction cos 0, but whether it will be positive or negative, that depends on 3 pi by 2 is in which quadrant. You can consider that 3 pi by 2 plus 0 or minus 0, that is in any case, if it is in third or fourth quadrant, in both these cases what we can get is that sine is negative, so it will be minus cos 0. Okay, minus cos 0. What is the value of cos 0? The value of cos 0 is 1, so we get the value of sine 3 pi by 2 is equal to minus 1. So what we can write here? Minus 1 by pi square. Minus 1 by pi square. Now minus, what we get here, dear students? The value of cos pi, the value of cos pi is minus 1. So minus into minus, that is become plus. So we can write here is that 1 by pi. And plus sin pi is 0. So we can just write here is that plus 0. In fact, we can write here the first bracket. Here we can give the second bracket. Okay, now let's compute the value. Okay, we can compute the, let me compute the value in a different color. Okay, what is the value of this is 1 by pi. So this we can write is equal to 1 by pi plus, because minus and minus become plus, 1 by pi. Okay, that minus and minus become plus, so we get what? Here we get plus 1 by pi square, and minus become plus, so this become plus 1 by pi. Let me repeat once more, this is 1 by pi, this is minus of minus 1 by pi, then minus and minus become plus 1 by pi square, and this minus and minus become plus, this is 1 by pi. So finally we get 3 by pi plus 1 by pi square. Okay, so this is the value of the given integration. Okay, dear students, I hope it is very clear to you. Okay, do it slowly. Most importantly is that computation of these values very well. Okay, any small mistake will leads to the wrong result. Okay, so now let's proceed to the next question. Okay, here is the question number 4. We need to find the value of the definite integration 0 to pi, okay, x dx divided by a square cos square x plus b square sin square x. Okay, so where a and b are real numbers. So how to perform this integration? You know, to perform this integration, dear students, this is a very classical question. Okay, in many examinations this type of question comes. So here we need to use the properties of definite integration. If you look into my previous lectures, in that in the playlist you will get that how to find how to use the properties of definite integration to compute the value. So let's see. So let us assume, let I equal to this. Let I is equal to integration 0 to pi x dx divided by a square cos square x plus b square sine square x. Okay. Now we know one property, dear students, if you recall, that integration 0 to a fx dx is equal to integration 0 to a f a minus x dx. So we are going to apply that rule here. Okay. So from here what we can write, dear students, so this implies I is equal to integration 0 to pi. So instead of x, what we can write? Pi minus x, right? So applying this concept that f of a minus x, where the upper limit is a, here upper limit is pi, so x would be pi minus x. So pi minus x dx, in the denominator a square into cos square pi minus x plus b square into sine square pi minus x. Correct? Not a big deal. So what you can write here, dear students? So from here we can write, this implies that I is equal to integration 0 to pi, here it is pi minus x dx, and in the denominator a square. Okay, now let's concentrate on finding the value of cos pi minus x, or we can say that finding the value of cos square pi minus x. So that is equal to what, dear students? So cos of pi minus x complete whole square, correct or not? Cos of pi minus x complete whole square. So this is equal to what, dear students? So cos of pi means what? 2 into pi by 2 minus x complete whole square. So cos into 2 into pi by 2, 2 into pi by 2, 2 is an even number, so it is even multiple of pi by 2. So it should be, cos should be cos. So what we can write here is that it is cos 2 into pi by 2 minus x, pi minus x. If you look into the quadrant, so this is 0, this is pi by 2, this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2, and this is again 2 pi, correct? So pi minus x means here, this is which quadrant? Second quadrant. Okay, in second quadrant cos is negative, so minus cos x, okay, complete whole square. That means ultimately what? Ultimately it become cos square x. So ultimately it become cos square x. I did it in elaborate manner so that you will understand each and every part. So we can write cos square pi minus x equal to cos square x plus b square. In the similar manner we can find the value of sine square pi minus x. Let us find it here. Okay, so sine square pi minus x, so that is equal to sine pi minus x complete whole square, correct? No? So that implies sine pi minus x complete whole square. So this is equal to what, dear students? Sine of pi. Pi means what? 2 into pi by 2 minus x complete whole square. Sine 2 into pi by 2, that is the even multiple of pi by 2. So it should be sine only. We should write here sine x, okay, whole square, but whether it will be positive or negative, that depends on pi minus x is in which quadrant. Pi minus x is in the second quadrant, and in second quadrant sine is positive, so it will be plus sine x whole square, but ultimately it is sine square x, na? So what you can write here, this is equal to sine square x. Okay, so what we can write here, dear students? So this is equal to a square cos square x plus b square sine square x. Okay, now from here let's continue to the this upper part of this board. Okay, so from here what we can do, so let me clean this particular portion. Okay, okay, so now this is equal to what, dear students? So from here we write, this implies I is equal to, So pi dx by a square cos square x plus b square sin square x. So pi is a constant. So we can take outside of the integration. So 0 to pi dx by a square cos square x plus b square sin square x. Minus integration x dx divided by a square cos square x plus b square sin square x. So minus integration x dx divided by a square cos square x plus b square sin square x. And what is the limit of the integration? From 0 to pi. Interestingly, that 0 to pi x dx by a square cos square x plus b square sin square x is nothing but I. This is 1, na? So what we can write? So from here we can write I is equal to pi integration 0 to pi dx divided by a square cos square x plus b square sin square x, correct? Minus I. Okay, well understood. Now in the next step we can bring that minus I to this I, so it becomes 2I. So what you can do? So if we bring this minus I to this part, so we can cancel this minus I and we can write this is equal to 2I. In the next step we can make it this 2 divided by here. So what we can get? Instead of writing 2I, we can write this is equal to pi by 2. So all we need to do, dear students, to find the value of this integration 0 to pi dx by a square cos square x plus b square sin square x. Okay. Just if we assume, let me use a different color, dear students, okay. So what is our integration here? So if we assume that fx equal to 1 by a square cos square x plus b square sin square x. Let's assume fx equal to this. Then what we are going to find? Integration 0 to pi fx dx. Correct or not? Now, what is the limit? So we can write here actually. This implies we are going to find the value of the integration I is equal to pi by 2 integration 0 to pi fx dx, where fx is this. Now we know one rule. What is that rule, dear students? That rule that I can write in a different color. So what is that rule? That rule says integration 0 to 2a fx dx is equal to 2 into integration 0 to a fx dx if f of 2a minus x is equal to fx, if you recall from the properties of definite integration. Now if we apply this rule, what we are going to get? So instead of 2a, so if you need to write 2a, so what we write here? 2 into pi by 2, 2 into pi by 2. Now let's find what is the value of f of 2a minus x. That means f of pi minus x. So what is the value of f of pi minus x? So from here we get that f of pi minus x, so that is equal to 1 by a square into cos square pi minus x plus b square into sin square pi minus x. Now we looked few minutes back that cos square pi minus x is equal to cos square x. We have done this thing earlier. I actually cleaned it, but if you revert back to this video few minutes back, you will get it. So this is equal to what, dear students? So this is equal to 1 by a square cos square x plus b square sin square x. Okay. Now that is nothing but fx, right? So what we see, dear students, that f of pi minus x is equal to fx. So by using this property we can write this is equal to pi by 2 into integration 0 to pi by 2 fx dx using this property. So what we can write here, dear students? So we can write this is equal to pi by 2 into 2 integration 0 to pi by 2 fx dx. Correct? So here fx is equal to 1 by a square cos square x plus b square sin square x. Correct or not? So let me continue here. Okay. So if we continue here, what we are going to get? So pi by 2 into 2, that becomes, pi integration 0 to pi by 2 0 to pi by 2 into fx dx. Fx is what? That is 1 by a square cos square x plus b square sin square x. That means dx by a square cos square x plus b square sin square x. Okay, now we need to find the value of this integration. So for that, what you should do, dear students, we should multiply both numerator and denominator by sec square x. Okay, so what we get it here, dear students, then this is equal to pi integration 0 to pi by 2. If we multiply numerator by sec square x, so we get sec square x dx. And in the denominator, what we can write? A square into cos square x into sec square x. Cos square x into sec square x is 1. So we get, here it is a square plus b square into sin square x into sec square x. That means sin square by cos square x. That means tan square x. So plus b square into tan square x. Correct? Okay. So now what we can do, dear students, is that, so let me continue from here to this part. Okay. Just make, some great practice. You'll find it very, very comfortable. Okay. So let me continue here. So from here, let me continue here. So this is equal to what, dear students? So we get pi integration 0 to pi by 2, sec square x. So what we can do is that we can take b square common. So pi by b square. So instead of pi, what you can write is that this is equal to pi by b square. So then what we'll get? In the numerator we will get sec square x into dx, and in the denominator we will get that a by b complete whole square plus tan square x. Okay. Now, dear students, we need to make a substitution. That substitution is tan x equal to t. If we make tan x equal to t, then sec square dx will be dt. So that is why we should have this substitution. So what it is? So let tan x is equal to t. So that means what, dear students? So that means that sec square x dx is equal to dt. And now we need to change the limit also. Here the limit is on the variable x, 0 to pi by 2. So we need to change that limit from the variable x to variable t. So what we should do, dear students? So x and t. Okay. So when x is equal to 0, then what is the value of t? Tan 0. Tan 0 is 0. And when x is equal to pi by 2, what is the value of t? Tan pi by 2, that is infinite. So we get it here, dear students. So pi by b square integration 0 to infinite sec square x dx, that is equal to dt, divided by tan square x is equal to t square plus a by b complete whole square. That is our known form, if you recall. So integration dx by x square plus a square, what is that? 1 by a into tan inverse of x by a, correct? So we can apply this thing. So what it is, it should be as it is here, it is pi by b square into 1 by a means 1 by a by b, that means b by a, correct, into tan inverse of, okay, tan inverse of t by a by b, t by a by b means b into t divided by a, and the lower limit should be 0 and upper limit is infinite. Okay, so then what we get it here, dear students, so this is equal to b and b square, one b will get cancelled, so we get pi by a into b, okay, pi by a into b, and what we get it here, if we apply infinite first, so tan inverse infinite, tan inverse tan pi by 2, isn't it? Tan inverse infinite means what? So let me write tan inverse of infinite minus tan inverse of 0. So that is equal to what, dear students? So pi by ab into tan inverse of tan pi by 2, correct, and minus this is 0, so I am not considering this one. So tan inverse of tan pi by 2 means what, dear students? Pi by 2. So what we get it here, so this is equal to pi by ab into pi by 2. So we get the value of the integration as pi square by 2 into a into b, and this is the value of the integration pi square by 2 into a into b. Okay, dear students, so I hope you got all these questions very clearly. Now you need to make extensive practice, and for that please log on to konarkclasses.com, then appear for practice test, and then unit test, then module test, and finally mock test, and your preparation will be rock solid. With this note, let me conclude the class here. Thank you very much. Bye.